See another controversial video of Zakir Naik. I wish to comment. I don't wish to condemn Zakir Naik per se, but if I don't say what I need to say, it will give Islam a bad name, and people will misunderstand. I'm not sure to what extent Zakir Naik also understand that Quranic verse, but the Quranic verse he quoted is authentic, and Allah always makes sense. Allah is fair, and Allah says apa? Do not use your wealth to acquire someone else's wealth. Salah-salah. Now, let's talk about bribery. Yang Hadi Awang kata tak haram because it's not hudud, because it's willing giver, willing taker. And I made a comment the last time. There's not just two entities here, the giver and the taker. There's also the one that is that entrusted the taker to take care of his or her interests. Who the person who the receiver abused the position of trust to the detriment, to the financial detriment of the third entity who trusted and paid salary to the taker of the bribe. The giver of the bribe gets an unfair benefit, what is not deserving to him, because the taker is complicit, abuse his or her power at the expense of those who trusted him or her and gave him salary. And there's the unfair transfer of wealth shared between the taker of the bribe and the giver of the bribe. The giver of the bribe gets some benefit, that's why they give the bribe. That is a penganiayaan, that is theft. That is, wronging somebody. So therefore, that is why rasuah is not only a breach of trust, it is stealing. It is stealing, it is unfair, there is a party that pays for it. So therefore, it's nonsensical to say willing giver, willing taker, therefore it is not haram. So therefore, in the first instance, rasuah is haram for that reason. Because of the injustice, because of the unfair transfer of wealth, where somebody who doesn't deserve that portion of wealth gets it because he sacrificed a small sum of his wealth to get a bigger sum of somebody else's. And the person who takes the bribe also gains an unfair financial benefit in exchange of abusing the trust of somebody who trusted them, and by so doing deprive those people who trusted them of their rightful wealth. It is unfairly transferred to a third entity, the giver of the bribe, and the giver of the bribe shares part of that loot with the person who receives the bribe. Hope this makes sense. That is about the bribe. Now, in the case of Zakir Naik, whatever he says, let's evaluate it objectively. For the records, I despise Zakir Naik because I find him a bigot. He insults other religion, and to me, whatever he expound is not Islamic, is not endearing to other people of other religion. It hurts other people, and to me that is unbecoming. So because of that, I have my perception of the man. But whatever he says and whatever he highlights, I have got to comment. Now he cites an example where there is a situation of unfairness. You don't get what is your right. You are being deprived of your right because of a capricious system. Now, but however, if you were to give inducement to the person in power to do the right thing and give you what's due to you, now you sacrifice your own money to get what is right for you. Now, let's say what you are entitled to is 10,000 ringgit. You're supposed to get that, but the system is unfair to you, deprive you of that. Okay? Now, in order to get that, you find a way where you can give 100 ringgit to the servant, the government servant, to release your 10,000 that's due to you. So you pay an inducement for this to happen. Now, from an Islamic perspective, from a divine perspective, the person who pay does not benefit, because he's supposed to get net that 10,000, but he's got to pay 100 extra. He gives away 100. Now, he pays 100 to the government servant who is supposed to actually do the right thing anyway. But they refuse to do it. But because they get 100, they do it. So therefore, is it sinful? Now, in the first instance, the outcome of that bribe is the restoration of justice, in the sense that the person who's supposed to get that 10,000 rightfully get the 10,000 that is due to him. That is right. Now, however, he willingly sacrificed money of his money to get what's right to him. He pays 100 to get what's due to him, for that person to do the right thing. So therefore, he gives that to right something that's wrong. That person is doing something wrong. He's supposed to do something right. He pays money to that person, 100 ringgit. So therefore, he gets 10,000 that is due to him. So 9,900 he gets. He forgo willingly that 100 as a gift to that person. Now that person receives that 100 and do the right thing. Now for doing the right thing, he gets the brownie points. But now the point is, he's getting his salary. He should be doing the right thing without inducement. But because he takes the inducement, he received bribe. He received a benefit at the expense of the giver, not at the expense of anybody that is entrusting the receiver of the bribe. Okay, because the people who entrusted the receiver of the bribe is acting unfair and unfairly depriving of the giver of the bribe of what is due to him. So nampak tak, that from this scenario, my perspective, I'm not Ustaz Zakir Naik, but what I'm saying is that whole thing is, what's wrong is turned to right by way of the bribe. So the giver of the bribe pays a fee to put whatever wrong right, so that he gets what is due to him. So there's no unfair benefit that he gets. He gets what's fair to him. Okay? But the receiver of the bribe took money that he doesn't deserve. He is supposed to do his job right, but he take that, and that is the expense of the giver, who, if possible, did not want to give, if he could have gotten whatever is due to him. So the receiver receiving the bribe, that is haram. Receiving that bribe is haram. The giving of the bribe is not haram. Whatever the outcome of this person getting the 10,000 that was due to him is not haram. Allah is fair, and I think I'm talking from a logical perspective. Hope that clarifies. Assalamualaikum.
Oh, just a reminder, quick reminder to let you know to keep the donations coming, because I have to go for follow-up appointments weekly at the IOR Center, and each appointment costs 140 ringgit. So 4 times a month is 140 times 4, that's 560 a month. So anything you can donate to help me out would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.